for part 2 of my top things to do at Disney Springs. If you've not seen it already, part 1 will be listed in the description box down below, so go check that out. But right now we're going to be doing part 2, which is my top 5 things that I need to do at Disney Springs. These are things that I have not already done, but they are on my must-do list. So let's go straight in with my number 1 thing I need to do at Disney Springs next time I go, and that is to go on the balloon. I'm not even too sure what this is called, but it's called like Friends of Flight, so Friends in Flight, something like that, and it is the big hot air balloon that goes up in the air and you can see all over Disney Springs and all over Disney property, and it looks like such an amazing thing to do. I've never really wanted to do hot air balloons, I think because doing a hot air balloon ride has never been something that's been top up on my list, but I really like the idea of this. You get the whole hot air balloon feel, but you're tethered down so you know you're not going to fly away, and they don't do it in high winds, so it seems like such an awesome experience to do. And how many times are you going to be able to go up in the air and have a whole look over the whole of like the Disney area? Really, it's just going to be so fabulous. So that is my one must do I need to do next time. Number 2 on my list is something very similar and in a similar area, and that is the amphicars, I believe they're called, and that's where you get into the car and they drive out onto the Springs water, they drive out onto the lake, and it's like you're in a boat but it's a car. And my 3-year-old will absolutely love doing this as well. I know he'll just absolutely lose his mind at getting in a car that drives on the water. How fun does that seem? Number 3, we're rolling with it, we're going fast food today, and that is also in the same area, and it's actually next to the amphicars, and that is to go to the Boathouse. That is a restaurant that I have heard so much about, but I've never actually been to myself, and I think the reason why I've never been to the Boathouse is because we've just been back to similar places. So obviously within the last few years we've only been able to go to Disney like so many times. I know that's still a lot more than a lot of people have done, so obviously I'm very grateful for it, but because we're not there every day like the locals do, you know, it's just not somewhere that's featured high up on our radar. It's just been a quick grab and go at Blaze or Chicken Guy, but we definitely want to go to the Boathouse on our next trip, because why would you not want to do that? The food looks delicious. I really want to try the cocktail that's got a little floating duck in it. That looks awesome, and it's meant to just have a really good vibe. I've also heard for brunch it's apparently meant to be the one, so that could be a cute little experience, couldn't it? You go to the Boathouse, have your brunch, you hop next door, get in the amphicar and go cruising around the water of Disney Springs. Number 4 on my list is another place to eat at, and that's mainly because it is the eating and shopping district is Disney Springs. But number 4 is I want to go to Summer House on the Lake. So this is a newly opened one since we last went, and it looks really nice again. It was a very highly anticipated one, and also they have a cookie bar there. I love cookies, so a cookie bar seems really up my street. Again, another place that I've heard is meant to be really good for brunch. I love a good brunch, and yeah, it just looks really aesthetically pleasing, and the food looks super tasty, and the setting just looks really nice too. So out on the lake, literally Summer House on the lake in the summer when they're going to open up all like the shades and have the patio area, that just looks like a really nice place. Hello. That just looks like a really nice place to sit and take in the Disney atmosphere. Hello Lucky Bum, I'm trying to film a video. Are you barking? You want to be in my video? You want to come to Disney? Give me a high five. You want to come to Disney? Yes, you'd love to be a Disney doggy, wouldn't you? You'd love to be a Disney doggy. Goodbye. I'd also like to give out an honourable mention to some other things at Disney Springs, which I didn't include in part 1, and I've also not included because they are things that I've done, but some honourable mentions of really good things that you could check out at Disney Springs are to go to Gideon's. Gideon's do incredible cookies. If you like a really thick, chunky, chewy cookie, Gideon's is your place to be. They have a full range of different flavours, some really interesting flavours, some classic flavours like the chocolate chip, but I'm sure you've seen the pictures all over social media, and it is just absolutely flooded and covered in chocolate chips galore, and I need to go try it again because I've only had like half a cookie one time and I don't remember it a lot. I remember it being really good, but I don't remember it enough. Like, I need to taste that again. So Gideon's. And another one that we did last trip is Splitsville Luxury Lane, so that's bowling, and that's another really cool activity to do there. You know, if you're looking for something outside of the parks but you still want an active activity, especially if you're going maybe as a family or a group, you know, into the evening, bowling is such a fun thing to do as a group, isn't it? We took Jesse, and although he was only like just about to turn 3 at the time, so he wasn't massively into it, he still enjoyed it and we had fun nevertheless. So yeah, definitely check out Splitsville. And then my number 5 thing that I want to do next time I go go to Disney Springs is I want to take a boat across to a resort. It's one thing I've never done. We've never stayed at one of the resorts that are next to Disney Springs, so we've never had a reason to do it, but it just looks like, again, another incredible experience to do. Even if we're not staying at one of those properties on site, I'd just like to take the boat across to one of them. I'm thinking Port Orleans Riverside would be a really nice resort that I keep hearing so many nice things about to go and explore, and I'm not sure if it's Riverside or French Quarter, but they have the beignets there as well. I think it might be French Quarter, but I need to go try the beignets. So number 5 is to get a boat over from Disney Springs to Port Orleans to try the beignets. And I know that seems like a bit of a weird one because it's not in Disney Springs, but it's an experience that you can have at Disney Springs and from Disney Springs. So next time I go to Disney Springs, I definitely want to do that. And that wraps up my top 5 things that I must do next time I go to Disney Springs. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Like I say, if you've not already watched part 1, it is linked below down in the description, so go ahead and watch that now. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, because I have a Disney trip upcoming, which means lots more Disney vlogs, lots of content in the run up to that, such as pack with me, picking my outfits, all the good stuff, what's in my parks bag. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to see all of the Disney shenanigans that are about to come, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!